Hey everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Zoe from Caravan Palace, and you're watching Delayed TV.
Before we began, we were not the only one to do that, but there was a lot of attempts to do that, but never a full project around the same idea of crossing electronic music and swing music. So when we began, there were also a pair of Stella and a few other guys who tried some new things around that crossover, but it already existed before, and we just decided to make a full project with it.
Like 10 years ago, when we started this kind of genre, there was already an audience for that, so I mean it was already popular for some people. So of course the vintage scene has always existed, like the rockabilly fans or whatever, so they feel close, I guess, from the then rock and roll, swing, indie hop, blah, blah, all these kind of people interested in dress up in an old style way. Or
that good old sound is ringing, they don't know what they're missing. Legs ain't got time to lay low, your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go.
I think the balance is still old stuff, new stuff, but the way they mix it is maybe more modern, I would say.
Yeah, there are new sounds and more contemporary sounds, and of course when you listen to it you're like, oh, it's so electro, because it's the electronic music you listen every day. So maybe it's some kind of parasite to really see what we do. But in a way I agree with you, because it's just an evolution of our music, and we abandoned a bit the acoustic instruments to go to the synthesizers and that kind of things. It's just an evolution, but as we said, there's still a lot. Yeah, there's a balance still.
I think two songs have one is clearly hip-hop influenced by like a Wonderland, but then you just have a tongue-in-cheek in the song Lone Digger, like with the flow that sounds like rapish, but it's not a rap song. So hip-hop is more one of the 100 influences we have, so we wanted to put it also in the record, but it's not the main influence, of course.
Yeah, but in the same time I can say that we can't not consider, but we can just notice that the real modern sound nowadays is a lot in the hip-hop, comes from hip-hop.
Yes, the way they produce.
Yeah, everything creative comes from hip-hop. Now it's a surprise, because 10 years ago everybody was like, no, hip-hop is dead and nothing good will come out of it. And today it's the more creative genre. It's my opinion. When you make an album like a Caravan Palace one, you know that you won't be able to do exactly the same thing. You have to do with our pianist or clarinetist, myself a violinist.
It's also the reason why we can't do the dream playlist we'd like to, because some tracks are too hard to play live. I mean, people would not understand what we do, so the idea is being able to enjoy what we do, but also for the audience being able to understand what's happening.
That's the second problem of it.
Yes.
Sometimes we can play it every instrument, but it's not very interesting to look at.
Yes, it's 7 people doing this. On
on the synthesizer, nobody understands anything. So we have to choose exactly what's interesting in it, what's the limit of it, and then try to apply it to the whole concert.
It takes more time than if we would be a rock and roll band, like 1, 2, 3, 4, let's do it again. It's just, it takes time. I had a background in movement, but I wouldn't say dancing. And then we took classes with Antoine for a few years. And we went to a lot of workshops and stuff, so we worked hard to being able to dance in a proper way, the Lindy things. But we're still not professional dancers. I would say we worked hard.
Yeah.
And we try keep training sometimes, but it's a lot of things to do with the traveling and stuff.
Midnight. It's midnight.
Two guys came. They knew that we wanted to do a new video clip, and they told us, you know, we went to the United States and we met a guy, very strange guy, black guy who's he works in a ranch during the day and is like a superhero at night, and yes, so
As a sheriff.
yeah, he's dressed as a sheriff on his horse, and very old school way to make justice. And we are like, okay, maybe, but we'd like to have some scenario with that, a story to tell. So they tried to do it and to convince us that it was a good idea. And then they went there. There were 2 or 3, and they shot everything. They stayed there for 1 month, something like that, maybe a little more. And yes, it was totally. They were totally free to do what they wanted. And they came back with that, and believe me, they didn't have that much money to do such a professional thing. It's the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, it's so
really cool. Plus
it's so American.
It's kind of almost real. The guy exists for real. He does this for real.
During these 2 months, we made a lot of songs, but we can't consider it like the new album, like the beginning of the new album, because we knew that we had to tour again, and we have a TV show to do too, and there's a lot of little things we have to do before we can clearly sit and say, okay, now it's the next album.